Okay, so here's the thing about Honda CRV anti-theft systems. They are, by design, meant to make life difficult for anyone trying to mess with your car. But every now and then, they can make things difficult for the owner too. Love that for us. Let's say you go to start your CRV and nothing happens. Maybe the key turns and you see a little green key blinking on your dash. That's the immobilizer. For a lot of owners, this just seems like some arcane techno magic, but it's actually fixable. First pain point. This usually happens after a battery swap, jump start, or even randomly when the key gets out of sync. I get it, you just wanted to eat dinner and now your car thinks you're some kind of criminal. We've all been there. So what's the simplest fix? Step 1. Remove the key from the ignition, lock all the doors manually, and then unlock the driver's door with the key itself, not the fob. Wait about 30 seconds before trying again. Honda's system is weirdly old school like that. If that didn't work, try step 2. Insert the key, turn it to the on position, but don't start the engine. Watch the dash, and if the immobilizer light goes off after a few seconds, you're good to go. Sometimes it's that easy and you feel like a wizard. Still seeing the flashing green key? Time to check your key's chip. If you have a spare key, try that one. The transponder chip in the key can sometimes just give up after a few years, especially if it's seen a lot of action on your key ring. Pro tip: avoid those $5 quick-cut key duplicates at the hardware store. Honda immobilizers need a properly programmed chip, or you're just holding a fancy-looking piece of metal. Now let's say neither key works. Here's something a lot of people don't realize. A low car battery, even just a little undercharged, can mess with the anti-theft system's electronics. Try jump-starting your car or swapping in a fresh battery, and then repeat the earlier steps. It's weirdly common for someone to replace a dead battery, hook it up, and then be greeted by the anti-theft light. You'd think Honda would mention that in the manual, but alas, nope, comes up a ton in CRV forums. If the battery is fine and locks/unlocks are working, your next step is the classic Honda reset trick. Disconnect the negative battery terminal, wait a couple minutes, then reconnect. Sometimes a simple power cycle is all it takes to clear the immobilizer confusion. Big numbers here. This fixes the issue in around 70% of cases, based on what I've seen. One of those times where the old turn it off and back on philosophy genuinely works for real life stuff, not just electronics. If all else fails, meaning your keys aren't working, the battery is fine, the reset didn't help, it might be the immobilizer receiver or wiring. At this point, it's usually a dealership or trusted independent mechanic job. Labor rates hurt, but at least Honda parts are cheapish. And finally, my pro tip for CRV owners: if you ever do get stuck, snap a clear photo of your keys and VIN and keep it in your phone. Makes life easier if you ever need a new key programmed, especially since in Portland, towing and key services aren't exactly a 5-minute ride.